We're going to talk about this web application SketchUp that our group built in our Mod 4 of Flatiron School in Houston, Texas. The purpose of this application is to upload images, sketch your own images, and persist a user login. We used Ruby on Rails for the back end, we used React JavaScript for the front end, and we used Semantic UI React for the styling. We also used a JavaScript library called React Konva, which is for our sketching aspect, and we'll go over that a little more later in detail. And the main things I want to touch on here are authentication, our login, our CRUD actions, uploading an image, and using the sketchpad. So let's dive right into signing up with a new account. If we click on our sign up button in our nav bar, it brings us here. And we have this Antoine account with a password. So let's go ahead and try to create that. And of course, we get an error message that says someone else already has this username. So if we create a brand new user called Zach and we sign in, you can see Zach now has a new account, but of course he has no images because he just created. So here's where we use our upload button, and we can actually choose a file directly off of our computer. So I'm going to choose a Mega Man picture. We can give it a title so we know what we're looking at, and we hit upload. It brings us back to the home page. If we redirect to Zach's profile, we can see the picture we just uploaded. If we click on this picture, it brings us to the show page for the picture, where we have the title, the name of the author, and the likes, which start at 0. This demonstrates our update action, so these likes actually go straight to the backend API, and even if we hit refresh, they persist. And if we decide for whatever reason we don't like Zach's rendition of Mega Man, we can of course just hit delete. And now if we go back to Zach, you can see he no longer has this picture. Another thing I want to demonstrate is how we can log out and sign back in. So if we hit our logout button, you can see there's no name here, so we're not logged in anymore. If we go to log in and we try to log in as Zach with a Y, we get this error, you entered an invalid username. That's because Zach's name didn't have a Y. But instead of logging in as Zach, we can log in as a pre-existing user, Antoine. And we're brought to Antoine's image gallery. And you can see he has a couple likes on this photo. So from here, while we're still logged in as Antoine, I want to show you guys how we can create a design. And first I want to focus on this upload image button. We're going to click on this, and that's much like our other upload image button, where it brings in an image from our computer. But in this case, we actually have the ability to move it across this canvas here and resize it as we see fit. So I'm going to upload this one, but I'm going to demonstrate we can actually upload multiple images to the same canvas. So I'm going to upload a picture of Mario too. He's a little larger, so we're going to have to shrink him down a little. So we have a picture of Mario in a basketball. Not particularly artistic, but we can go ahead and create some pencil drawings in a bunch of different colors if we want. And we can even create shapes, and this is pretty neat. If we say we want a violet rectangle, we can create one of those and drag it over. And if we decide we want a circle, but maybe we didn't want it violet, we can hit our undo button. It erases the circle, and we can switch to orange and make an orange circle. And you can pretty much have a lot of fun with this, especially if you're artistic, and you can do a lot of different designs and add pictures how you see fit. But when you finally have your sketch figured out on how you want it to look, you just go ahead and hit save image, and this is going to bring you back to your image gallery. And you can see this image exists at the bottom. It's brand new. Let's go ahead and like it because we did a good job. And the last thing I just want to show is if you go to all images, you're going to get an index of all the users who are in our database and all the images that they've demonstrated. And you can see here's the ones we just built with Antoine at the bottom here. And here's some other users, Kareen and Captain Alamar. And the hardest problems we faced with this project were probably getting the user to persist. We used session in the Rails backend, and we had to use state in all the different places in React, so that was a little difficult. We also had a little trouble with actually uploading an image from our computer. We had to use something called active storage, which took a while to figure out, but eventually we got it, and luckily we were able to use the React Konva library to do all this drawing and editing, and that kind of took a big chunk of time as well. And those are probably our 3 main struggles. But overall, that was our SketchUp app, and thank you guys for watching.